Hey guys, Hamsterwheel here with a new video, and today I'll be talking a little bit about which private servers I play on and why, as I've been asked this over and over again. So let's start off with the first one, which is Downrun WoW. Now this server needs a little bit of a backstory. You see, a couple of years ago, a few of my real life friends were playing on Phoenix Warsong, a high rate vanilla server, and they were actually the ones who got me into playing WoW private servers. So I decided to give it a go myself. Eventually, they all moved to Phoenix Archangel, which was a Burning Crusade private server, and because I wanted to play with my friends, I also made the transition to Phoenix Archangel. And you guessed it, eventually they wanted to move on to the next expansion and decided to give Downrun WoW a go. So of course, I followed them there as well, and here I am over a year later with my level 80 Warlock, occasionally raiding ICC, and my Elemental Shaman that I've been leveling at a very relaxed rate. I'll be honest and say that I would have preferred if they roll on Gamer District, as Downrun WoW does have some weird bugs and random disconnects, but hey, sometimes you gotta take the good with the bad, and the good is that I get to raid together with my real life friends, which is definitely the main reason I decided to stick around on this server. Kinda makes you wonder, because eventually we'll move on to a Cataclysm server, as Downrun only has Ruby Sanctum to look forward to, so it's getting close to having all this content released. And it's gonna be interesting to see which server we will pick next. Hades maybe? I'm not sure, time will tell. But I digress. Let's move on to the next server I play on, which is Gamer District. I originally started on Gamer District because I wanted to level a few alts on a Wrath of the Lich King server, but I was put off by the 1x leveling rate that Downrun WoW had. I then saw a review from Dodgy Kebab of Gamer District, and I got intrigued when I heard it had a 7x leveling rate and that the quality was exceptionally good. And so I started leveling a bunch of characters here because I'll admit that I'm definitely an altaholic. Anyways, I had a great time leveling those characters, and I was definitely impressed with the scripting on the server. Matter of fact, it was so good that I just had to make a whole new leveling series there with my good friend Dr. Nomad, and I decided to review the server from top to bottom. I also got in touch with someone on the Alliance side who knew who I was and was happy to carry me through ICC on my Hunter for the review, and a bunch of other characters I have as well. That guy's name is Shepard, and he's the reason I now have a balanced Druid with a bunch of ICC gear, and he's also the reason why I managed to get my own ICC footage for every single episode for my Underdogs of Raiding series. I'm telling you, I owe that guy a lot. Speaking of that balanced Druid, it's probably my main character here, and I do sometimes try to do a few ICC raids to gear it up even further, in hopes of maybe doing a heroic 25 ICC run one of these days. Anyway, those are the two Wrath servers I play on. I know I've said before that Burning Crusade is my favorite expansion, followed closely by Vanilla, and then Wrath of the Lich King. So it might surprise you that I spent most of my time on two Wrath of the Lich King servers. The main reason is just that I've played Burning Crusade and Vanilla so much that I've gotten a little burned out regarding those two versions of World of Warcraft, and I'd like to not play those two versions a whole lot for a while, so I can get all excited again once Blizzard releases Classic WoW. That being said, it doesn't mean that I don't play on any Vanilla or Burning Crusade servers at all. Because the next server I'm going to talk about is Vanilla Gaming, which is another server I got intrigued to play on because my good friend Dr. Nomad made a review about it. I decided to check it out myself, and the server itself isn't all that great, and the fact that it has a cash shop with items you can buy for only a small price definitely put me off a little bit. So why am I still here? Well, the most important thing to me when joining a private server and playing there is the community. And I actually really enjoy playing with some of the people here, especially the people from the guild Certus Excessum, which I try to raid with every now and then, though due to lack of time on my end, it's definitely a rare thing. I guess it's another case of taking the bad with the good. I might not enjoy the buggy leveling content, and the cash shop is not exactly something I like, but I'm willing to put up with it because of the people I get to play with. And then we arrive at Retro WoW, which is an instant 60 server with some custom content like 5-man raids, custom quests, and a bunch of other features. I basically use the server to create level 60 characters and try out certain specs, gear, and whatnot. It's also my go-to server if I want to capture footage for the vanilla era of the Underdogs of Raiding, because it allows me to get the characters with the gear I want right away, as opposed to taking a whole lot of time leveling and gearing up a character just for one video. I do have a few characters here that I PvP'd with, including my Druid and my main disposed hero, which I actually spend a fair amount of time PvPing with. So yeah, Retro WoW to me is a bit of a test server that I use to record footage, try out certain things, and sometimes do a BG or two just to have some fun. Last server I talk about is Smolder Forge, which basically follows the same format as Retro WoW. It's an instant 70 server, you can get a bunch of gear from the vendors, they have custom content and it's mainly focused around PvP. And just like Retro WoW, I use this server to record footage for my Underdogs of Raiding video, I use it to try out different specs, and once in a while I'll pop in to do a battleground. And there you go people, the private servers that I currently play on. There's a lot more private servers that I used to play on and why I don't play on them anymore, and who knows, I'll cover those in a different video. For now, I want to thank you for watching this video. I'm Hamsterwheel and have a good one.